Hi, welcome to this video. If you struggled with dominant 7th chords and you want to colour things and go into ninths, if that's confusion to you and you'd like to know how to play them all over the neck, this is the video for you. My name's Jed Brocky and this is GMI. Hi and welcome back. I hope you've been enjoying the videos in the series, and I really do hope that you've gone through all the videos, you've watched them and learned. If you have done that, that's fantastic. If you're just dipping in and looking at things, I would encourage you to go back and look at the other videos. There are plenty of great ideas, and everything in this course of videos builds from something else. So you really will learn a lot, and this lesson will mean a whole lot more if you've looked at those previous lessons. But whether you have or you haven't, this video is all about dominant ninths. So everybody likes playing ninth chords. You may know a ninth chord. You might know this one here. Everyone knows this. It's used in blues, it's used in jazz, it's used in pop music, and sometimes even rock music. Certainly used in funk as well, parts of it. I just want to talk about these chords in relation to this course, this 13 video course, which is all about drop 2 voicings. I'm not going to go into what drop 2 voicings are. If you want to know about that, if you're scratching your head thinking, what's he talking about, what's a drop 2 voicing, then please go and look back at some of the earlier videos, specifically lesson 1, which I go into in depth into what a drop 2 voicings are and why we use them. This lesson is all about dominant ninths. Now, what is a dominant ninth, and why do we even want them? You know, what's wrong with just a plain old dominant 7th? For example, this shape here is a dominant 7th. Now, we've been playing in the previous lessons, we've been looking at how to play that chord in progression. And it's to do with a thing called voice leading, so everything makes perfect sense. And the reason we've been doing that is because hundreds, if not thousands, definitely thousands of songs have that progression in it. So, we're talking about colours. The artists amongst you might understand what I'm talking about. We can colour the sounds that we have. And the way we do this is by extending the scale tones that we have available to us. So, for example, a dominant 7th chord like this uses 4 notes. It uses the root, the 3rd, the 5th, and what we call the flattened 7th. It gives it the quality of the dominant chord. For all you theory vultures out there, you'll know that it creates a tritone, and that creates movement, which wants to be resolved. Take the huge applause and leave the arena. You hear that? So that tritone there creates the dissonance which needs to be resolved, or at least we want it to be resolved. So by adding other colours, other tones, we can enrich these chords, and we can do it all over the neck. So you've seen in previous lessons we have actually 12 dominant 7th chords enclosed within 4 strings all over the neck. That's why I'm saying go back and have a look if you don't know what I'm talking about. But anyway, to carry on, we can add what is called the ninth, and the way we do that, you'll see on screen just now, we've added extra tones. Now there are other tones we can add, but we're only going to look at the ninth. We can also add the 11th and the 13th. But you'll see that ninth is actually exactly the same as the 2nd. And we can add that into each and every one of these chords. So, play the scale, we can see that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, the 9th tone is the D, which is the same as the 2nd. So I'm just going to add that in here, dead simple, I'm just going to go here, and I get this shape, like that. So there's the 9th. And that's all there is to it. Instead of playing the root, I play the 9th. And what that means is we don't have a root in this chord, and this this leads us to have what's an inferred root. The inferred root is actually here. So if any of you have bought the book Drop 2 Voicings Uncovered, you'll see that on that, in the book, it talks about the inferred root. It's not actually in the chord, but it's kicking around. And we always relate to that, so we know what we're playing. And we'll visualise that on the actual chord diagrams. So all I'm going to do now is I'm going to generate, as I've done with the other chords, these up the neck, so I have another 3 ways of playing C9, which is fantastic. There's one, here's another one, it's coming from this chord, that's C7 to C9, I've got C7 here, here it is here, I've got C7 here, and I'm going to play it there. So I'll just go up those. So I've now got 4 C9s. And, like I did before, I'm now going to take that and I'm going to move it into another string set. I'm going to do this on not C7 but B7, just to mix things up a little so you're not always just working in the same key. So here's B7, and the 9th and the bass. Got to be very careful about this. I'll maybe talk about this in future, but the 9th and the bass can be a little destructive because it is the 9th. I tend to feel sonically it works for me. You will have to decide if it works for you. I don't think there's any problem with having it there, but I do understand if you had misgivings about putting the 9th in the bass. But if you have a bass player there, it won't usually be a problem. So we've got the 9th there, and then we've got this dominant 7th here, which gives us that shape. We've got this dominant 7th shape here, which gives us this shape. We've got this dominant 7th shape here, which gives us this shape. Okay, and that's us up to 8 dominant 9th chord shapes. How good is that? It's fantastic. But we've got more. We can actually generate them on the bottom string set. So we're going to look at F7 again, just to mix it up a little. We've got F7 here, F7 here, F7 here, and we've got F7 here. So if I add the 9th in, very dangerous this chord. It's got the 9th in the bass and it's really low. So that you've got to just be careful whenever you use that, if it's going to musically make sense. That is a bit of a no-no. If it was up here, it might be okay. F7, it's a bit low. Let's look at the next one. We've got this chord. There's a dominant 9th there. This chord. There's a dominant 9th. There it is there. And finally, we've got it here. So we've got there. We've got what we've got it here, and we've got it there. Yeah, we've got it there. Losing my mind. So hopefully you're going to work on these, really learn them, because you're going to need them for the next lesson that's coming up and the following videos, because we're going to be using these to create nice progressions with the 9th, the dominant 9th, as opposed to just the plain dominance. You can see here how pretty it sounds, but they can be used in other ways, you know. Okay, so do check out the other videos and check out the later videos. There's plenty of resources to actually use. You can get the links from the video or beneath. Please subscribe to the channel. It's great to hear your thoughts and for you to get more resources from us. And also perhaps maybe have a look at that book, Drop 2 Voicings Uncovered, which has well over 1,000 different boxes all over the place. It's quite huge amount of work. There's backing tracks which you can practice everything along. If you're serious about getting your chords together, then please check it out. I don't think you're going to be disappointed. Anyway, it's me, Jed Brocky, thanking you for watching this, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.